Under the pale sun, a vast ice-covered valley unfolds, where ancient bison roam in a world of biting cold. In the distance, a lone saber-toothed tiger prowls, its breath pluming in the frigid air, driven by the primal need to hunt. On a rocky ridge, a pack of direwolves watches with gleaming eyes, their predatory instincts awakened by the struggle for survival. The direwolf pack moves as one, their synchronized movements a silent dance of predator and prey. With a single glance, the lead wolf commands, and the hunt explodes into relentless action. The bison stampede toward the fatal ravine, their doom sealed by the direwolf's cunning strategy. The den is filled with the playful energy of direwolf pups, their movements a blur of fur in the dim moonlight. The mother direwolf watches over her offspring, her gaze both protective and guiding. An older wolf arrives, presenting a fresh kill to the pack, a silent declaration of sustenance and survival. The pack gathers, a silent understanding of hierarchy governing their actions. Across the vast ice plains, a blizzard rages, a lone mammoth braves the storm. In the distance, a pack of direwolves emerges from the swirling snow, their eyes gleaming with predatory intent. The direwolves begin to track the mammoth, their coordinated movements revealing their hunting strategy. Howls pierce the wind, solidifying their strategy against the backdrop of the relentless storm. As dawn breaks over the frozen valley, the direwolf pack stands atop the ridge, silent sentinels of their domain. The sun's golden light bathes the icy expanse as their united howl echoes, staking claim to their kingdom, the world they ruled. The direwolf's reign stretched across endless landscapes, from icy tundras to dense forests and wind-beaten plains. Wherever prey moved, the pack followed, and wherever the pack moved, silence fell. To rule such a vast and changing world, they needed more than muscle. They needed hierarchy, understanding, and purpose. At the heart of every pack stood a pair, an alpha male and an alpha female. But unlike what myths often tell, it wasn't about dominance through fear. It was respect earned through years of hunting, survival, and sacrifice. These alphas didn't bark orders, they led by presence. A glance could move the whole pack into formation, a low growl could halt chaos. And when the pups came, they were raised not just by their parents, but by the entire group. Each direwolf had a role. The scouts moved ahead in silence. The flankers guarded the sides during hunts. The rear kept the pace and watched for ambush. And when the kill came, everyone fed, from the smallest pup to the tired elder who could no longer run. Even the old were valued. They were the memory of the pack, the ones who remembered paths no longer walked, cliffs now hidden under snow, and the scent of prey long gone. They shared warmth in the coldest nights. They mourned their dead, circling fallen bodies with gentle whines and silent loyalty. It wasn't just instinct, it was something deeper, something many believed only humans could feel. And yet, the direwolf felt it too. Love, loss, joy, grief. Some nights, their howls pierced the sky, not in hunger, but in sorrow. Other times, they sang beneath the stars, a song no one else understood. But every packmate answered. To the outside world, they were predators. To each other, they were more family, protectors, legends in the making. And while other species came and went, the direwolves thrived because of their bond. But their story wasn't just one of peace. Danger was constant. Saber-tooths lurked in shadows. Cave bears towered over their dens. And worst of all, change was coming. The air was warming. The great herds were shrinking. And on the horizon, a new creature was moving across the land. A creature who used fire, who shaped weapons, who did not run on instinct but imagination. Humans. The direwolf ruled the wild. But the wild itself was about to change. Shadows of extinction. For generations, the direwolves roamed freely, confident, unmatched, and deeply rooted in the rhythm of nature. But change, no matter how slow, always comes. The Ice Age began to loosen its grip. Snowmelt carved new rivers. Grasslands shifted. Trees emerged where none had grown for millennia, and with it, prey patterns changed. The great beasts, mammoths, giant ground sloths, and ancient bison began to vanish. Some moved north, chasing the cold. Others perished, unable to adapt. For the direwolf, this was the first crack in the world they had known. They still hunted with strength, still moved as one, but the land no longer fed them as it once had. And then came the second shadow. Not an animal, not a predator in the way they understood it. Humans, smaller, slower, but deadly in ways nature had never prepared for. Humans hunted together too, but with tools. Spears tipped with stone. Fire that could bend even the strongest creatures. And most dangerous of all, a mind that imagined things beyond survival. To the direwolf, humans were strange. Not prey, not quite competition, but something more unpredictable. As humans expanded, they hunted the same game. They cleared forests, built fires, left traps, and slowly, the land that once echoed with the footsteps of ancient beasts became quieter and emptier. The direwolf struggled. They could not adapt to small prey, they were too heavy, too slow. They could not hide, they hunted in the open, and they could not compete with the new predators who shaped the world with stone and fire. Diseases may have spread from early dogs or wolves that followed human camps. Climate shifts thinned their prey, and one by one, packs began to vanish. The last direwolves didn't go out with a grand battle. They simply faded. One winter, a pack fails to find food. One spring, a den remains empty. One summer, a howl goes unanswered. Somewhere, about 0 years ago, the final direwolf closed its eyes beneath a sky that had once sung with the voices of many. And no one noticed. No song, no grave, just bones, waiting to be found. And yet their story did not end there. Buried beneath the earth, frozen in tar, trapped in amber moments of extinction, their legacy endured. Thousands of years later, their bones would be unearthed by curious hands. Their teeth would be measured, their skulls compared. Their name, direwolf, would become legend. They would live again, not in packs, but in imagination. In stories, carvings, books, and dreams. And one day, in laboratories where science chases myth, their DNA would be unlocked. Not just to understand what they were, but to ask, what if they came back? That is the story for another time. But for now, as the first chapter closes, know this. The direwolf was never just a beast. It was a brother, a mother, a leader, a shadow. It was what nature made when it dreamed of strength, bound by love. For next episode, subscribe Entertainment Fuss.